Hey guys, this is KJ from The Real Sports Talk. I'm here to talk today about NHL, but first off, follow us at our site at therealsportstalk.wordpress.com, and also follow me on Twitter at 17devil17. Like I said, I talked to Tim for a while, and I'm going to start doing some NHL coverage. We haven't done much of that at all, really, since we started the show. And so I was talking to Tim about me doing it, and I'm into hockey, and I'm starting to really like it. So I'm here to talk about some hockey today. And to start off, we're going to talk about Shea Weber, who just signed an offer sheet a couple days ago and is almost into the week with the Predators where they can decide to match that or not. And it's a 14-year deal that's front-loaded. It's a total of $110 million. And the first 4 years is front-loaded with, I believe, $54 million. And that's an awful lot of money. We both wish we had that, but we don't. So good for Shea Weber, and hopefully he goes and he's going to fill in a lot of holes that the Flyers need. Obviously, I'm wearing a Flyers shirt, but I'm not a Flyers fan, as you can tell by my Twitter. And but the only thing that would keep him in a Predators uniform is the fact that the Predators, even if they match the offer sheet, which I don't believe they're going to, but Pekka Rinne, who is their top goalie, obviously, signed a 7-year deal last year, which was the only thing that would probably keep him there, but I don't think it's going to happen. Suter leaving, everything else, that team's falling apart. They've lost a lot of weapons. Radulov went to the KHL and everything else, so there's not much reason for him to want to stay. They don't look like they're a team that's going to be competitive again and even make a run. And obviously, he's going to fill in a lot of holes with Matt Carl leaving, going to Tampa Bay, signing that 6-year deal, and also Pronger, who is probably not going to come back. And even if he does, he's never going to be at the same level he was. And with those head injuries, you never know, and I hope he doesn't come back just for his own health. But he's going to fill in a lot of holes there with Luke Schenn also coming, and maybe, who says they might even be on the same line together. That would be really cool to see, and a young guy who's also really good with a guy like Weber could teach each other a lot of things with his young talent and his veteran talent with having the season he had last year. He had 19 goals and 49 points last year. So obviously Weber's going to bring a lot to the table when it comes to filling in holes for the Flyers, which is something they need, and losing Yager, Pronger, Carl, and also JVR. And they acquired Luke Schenn and Weber. So for now, as we see, Weber is probably going to be in a Philadelphia uniform next year, which is huge for the Flyers. Another big blow to the Predators, and it makes the Eastern Atlantic Conference much stronger again. They're just getting better and better between the Penguins, Devils, and it's just the Flyers and Rangers. It's amazing. Even the Islanders, I mean, you look at them as a 500 team, and they're still in last place. Moving on to other NHL offseason news. First off, Zach Parise and Ryan Suter are going to go and team up in a Minnesota Wild jersey for a $98 million 13-year contract, which they both signed together. And this is going to be awesome for the Minnesota Wild. They're going to get a great blue line player who's going to provide offense for them and make them a great team alone. And also with Zach Parise coming in with the force, leaving his team that he's been with since he came into the league, the New Jersey Devils, and basically leaving them in the dust after a Stanley Cup run that they had a strong season last year that a lot of people didn't expect out of a 6 seed, and getting beat in the Stanley Cup by an 8 seed. He's leaving his captain spot and going to team up with Ryan Suter and hopefully create a team that is going to make their own playoff run soon enough, but not quite yet. I don't think that they're going to get to the Stanley Cup this year. They may never even get close this year, but they need to team up and do what they have to do and hopefully get there one day. But also to talk about the Devils losing their captain, they're going to have to refill that spot. They had some brightness showing up in Adam Henrique, who is also a rookie from last year. He was great in the playoffs, who could hopefully fill his spot. Although you have Patrick Elias, who may take the starting spot at the left wing, and a lot of other options that you could go for. And also they had a decent draft this year, but obviously that's not going to pan out for a couple of years at the soonest. Also, a lot of teams that missed out this offseason, like the Detroit Red Wings, lost out on both Parise and Suter, who a lot of people thought they had the upper hand in this situation, which they didn't at all. Losing both, they lost Lindstrom he retired, and also Straw, who also went to San Jose to become another blue line player there. They really lost out this offseason, which was a huge crushing blow to them because a lot of people thought that they were going to be rebuilding basically, and they're going to be rebuilding in a whole nother way with young talent instead of these veteran players who have already proven to be stars. Also, like I said about the Predators losing Suter, they also have Weber, who I talked about earlier in the video, who may also be leaving to become a Philadelphia Flyer. And also the Philadelphia Flyers were also in the run for these two players too. That didn't pan out, so that's why they signed this contract sheet with Weber. But hopefully that pans out. If it doesn't, the Predators have some hope, but not much, like I said earlier in the video. So, talk to you later. Bye.